Good evening from British Columbia, Vernon, British Columbia. And it's 5:45, December the 23rd. Pardon me, day out. It's the 24th. Christmas Eve, actually. Yes. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I wanted to talk tonight about something that is a little off the deal, but you know, you often wonder, at least I do, I often wonder why God did things that He did. I mean, I've wondered that for a long time. One of the things that I've wondered about is why women are more attractive than men. And you know, it doesn't take that much wisdom to understand that. You know, when men are not attractive, there's the odd one that's, you know, fairly, you know, got good features and whatever, and it's, you know, fairly, you know, fairly good. Most men are not. Most men, let's face it, a lot of people are, men are just damn slobs. Mind you, all women are not perfect either. But as a general sense, women are much more attractive than men. Now, attractive who? To who? To men. And women, they do both things. They try to be attractive to men, but they like to be attractive to other women, like they like to be, make sure that they're. The thing is, it's such a basic thing, you know. Men carry the sperm. And that is basically the spark of life of human beings. The women carry an egg. That's it. They drop them every 28 days. And they have a fresh batch every 28 days. And out of those 28 days, there's about 4 days that they are basically fertile. The egg is in the uterus and has not been expelled. Now, I suppose to have a human race and procreation and multiplication of people all around the world, there had to be some way of doing that. And it's amazing how God does things in a very, you know, when you think about it, it's a very basic thing. He makes the woman very attractive to the man who carries the sperm. And the man has a built-in urge that, you know, you can't weigh, you can't see, you can't do anything about it. Men don't even know where it is or what it is. All of a sudden it overcomes them. And they see an attractive woman and they want to pursue her. And they dream about her, they do this, they do that. And they have a sexual urge, you know, more than women do. Women have a sexual urge too. Men is much stronger, comes on much quicker, and without any you know, preparation or anything else, is just there. And most men don't even know why they have this. But I guess for the last, whatever, thousands of years, it's worked. And I don't know how long it'll keep working, but it seems to be breaking down now. The idea of women looking after themselves and whatever, sort of, you know, drifting off. They're not the same. They're not the same real way they used to be. Now, most of the things that have happened in this world in the last couple hundred years, they have been generated from a place called the United States of America. And the United States has projected and promoted and shipped all around the world every kind of sexual deal you can imagine. From pornography, movies, music, drugs, fashion, but in a lot of cases, it's been the downgrading of moral and morality around the world. The United States is very, very responsible for this, and it's still doing it, big time. I think maybe it's waning a bit now, but you know, the thing is, the movies have changed. They've changed now to basically a lot of them are dark movies, evil movies. A lot of them are based on killing a lot. And now they're getting to be based on homosexuality. And that's a fact. Facts of life. Now, how do you live? How do people put up with this? You know, my grandson got married and it's got a little girl now, and his wife is, I would say, a little bit new age, whatever. She studied Chinese medicine and acupuncture and all that stuff. But she kind of does that, and she's very what would you call it? Sort of well, what's the word? She's giving advice all the time. And for her age, it's, you know, it kind of doesn't quite go together, but she's doing it. She's like trying to be wise beyond her years. But maybe she is wise. She's in her own way, she's trying to be wise. But she's, you know, very good. She's a good woman, good girl. But I don't know if that's the way of the future or what. But, you know, there's one thing that I think Hollywood did that ruined men, actually, is to make them, put women on a pedestal way more than required, way more than necessary. It's not a true deal, and it's phony, and it's giving sort of a power to women that they don't deserve, shouldn't have. And that's all, you know, corporate sponsored deal. That's, you know, Marilyn Monroe syndrome. And so, what does God think of this? Not too good. Not supposed to be worshiping anybody. You're supposed to love your wife, and wife's supposed to love her husband. The husband is supposed to be the head of the household, and da-da-da-da-da. Now marriage is dropping off, so that people really don't get married anymore. They just live together, call it good. That's really not in the deal. I don't know if that's fornication or not. I have two sons. One was married, got divorced, now living with a woman. Another one is he's living with a woman that's been they've been living together now for 20 years at least, maybe more. No, more than that, I guess. Now, I don't know if that is, God classifies that as fornication or not, because I don't think they had official weddings in the old days. I guess they did. They had wedding celebrations and stuff, but I mean way back. They took somebody for a wife and that was it. I mean, they might have had a celebration or a ceremony or something, I don't know. But, if they live with somebody and are faithful to that person, and I would think, that God would consider that to be okay. But the only problem is with children. If you have children, then who takes the father's name, or do they take the mother's name, or do they make up their own name? Are they the son of so and so, or the daughter of so and so, or they playing around with things that not very good. There's different ways that things go. I mean, I remember my grandfather came from Sweden, and my father came when he was 2 years old, and I think even to this day, not many, but they do. The men retain their name, or they retain the name of their father plus son on the end, like Frankson and Danielson and Abramson and all that sort of stuff. And the women become, what the heck is it? Daughtering something. She's daughtering of her father. She's like, she goes under her father's name, and I forget how it is. It's daughtering anyway. Not, So, and I guess in other places they do other things. It's not just what's done in this country or something around the world. I have no idea how they do it in China or Uzbekistan or Russia. I'm not sure. There's a lot of, what do they do in Iran? I don't know. Should look that up someday. So anyway, if you're wondering why women are promoted as being more attractive than men, it's because they carry the womb, and the man is trying. They get charged up and want to fill that womb, and I guess they do, because it's been going on for a long, long time. Yes, and it's been accelerated by phony sex, and fashion, and clothes, and musicals, and movies, and so, movie star system. There's all kinds of people still making money in Hollywood, and I don't know how they do it. Some of these girls I've never seen them or heard of them in the movie, yet they've made millions of dollars. And I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it. The big movie studios, they have movies coming out, of course, but not the same as it used to be, I don't think. I don't think there's no big movie studios doing fancy things anymore. Yeah, I don't think it would hurt the world at all if they went out of business. Movies are, they're false deals that entertain people. People like to be entertained. And I don't know why that's so strong in people, but people will pay a lot of money to be entertained. So, I wish everybody a good Merry Christmas, and I'm going to go to Don Westgate's place on Sunday, and he's having his family Christmas. And basically his family is going to be all there. His brother's going to be there. I don't know about his sister. I don't hardly think she'll be there, but she hasn't been there before. That I've seen, anyway. I've been to quite a few. And he's, very generous. He was mad at me because I didn't go to his place for a do here a while ago. And he was a little miffed with me for not doing that. But I'm going to go tomorrow, 4 o'clock, I think. Unless it's snowing like crazy. If it's snowing like crazy, I'm not going. No. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. I'll be coming home in the dark. So I guess that's okay. I can make that. Anyway, open your Christmas presents tomorrow morning. A lot of you. Christmas Day. I remember that. Christmas Day, Christmas morning. We used to do a lot of it on Christmas Eve, like tonight. In fact, we always used to do it on Christmas Eve. And some on Christmas morning. That's when we had kids and Christmas trees and telling everybody there was Santa Claus and all that other BS. I've never liked that very good. I think that's a bad kind of a thing to develop. A false deal for kids to push to believe it. Lying to your kids before they trust you and you lie to them. Jesus never said anything about celebrating his birthday. He did say to celebrate his death, to remember his death. He said when you have Passover or whatever it is, and you drink the wine and eat the so-called bread, that is to remember him and when in his death. He never ordained in that celebration of his birth. But his birth was well recorded. And mind you, there's no way that he was born on December 25th. December 25th is a celebration of Mithras, the sun god, and the solstice. And, I'm Scandinavian, and the Yule log come from Scandinavia and all that. And that's just, a lot of it came from there and in Germany. St. Nick and Nicholas and then Santa Claus. They still have Santa Claus in the stores in the fall. I haven't seen any because I haven't been there. I haven't bought a Christmas present for years. I don't celebrate Christmas, really. I'll go and have supper because it's a nice supper for the family, and I will do that. My sister got home to her apartment yesterday, and the I think somebody from the hospital came and helped him get home. She first broke her arm, then she broke her hip, then she broke her other hip, and now she ended up breaking her pelvis. All in her, not all in her apartment. One was out, uh, either slipped by the car and broke her hip. The other was all indoors in her apartment, falling in the apartment. This last time she fell between the Chesterfield and the coffee table and she broke her pelvis and she couldn't move. And she laid there from about 5:30 at night until 10 o'clock in the morning till she could finally get to her phone or got a phone and phone the ambulance. Ah, man, oh man. And I can't get her to move out of there. She's on the second floor with no elevator. And how the heck does a person like that get up and down the stairs? I don't know, but she's very stubborn. She doesn't want to move, not really, and she makes excuses not to move. Oh, I don't know. Getting old is fun, isn't it? At least that's what they tell me. I'm supposed to go to the Vernon Rest Home. Can you imagine that? AJ is going to go to the Vernon Rest Home. After living 88 years, coming on to 89, I suppose that's the thing to do. I've been living here by myself for 15 years now. And I mean, I got a pretty good apartment. It's the biggest one in the building. It's on the ground floor. I never go in the front door or anything. I have my own outside door. And, you know, I got a living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, and a storage room. Whatever. It's pretty good. But anyway, don't rattle the Christmas presents and the wrappings too much or you'll wake me up. Bye for now.